Stress kills. I'm glad to say that it's common knowledge nowadays. All these events of our life, all the stressful things we go through, all the big changes, they can make us sick, and not only mentally, but also physically. But do you think this is something which also plays any role in the life of children or teenagers? If you're interested, stay tuned. Welcome back, this is Sebastian Antonovich, and on my 5-Minute Psychology channel I talk about psychology and help you understand how psychology can make your life easier and better. And this is exactly what we are going to do today, because today I'm going to show you how you can make the life of your children better, or some teenagers that you know. We all live hectic and stressful lives, and I guess you already know that going through some changes in life, it can make your health worse, unfortunately. Sadly, this is also something that works the same way on children. Of course, granted, children, they don't have to pay the mortgage, they don't have to go to work, they don't pay the rent, but they have different reasons to get stressed about. And this is exactly what we are going to test today. Two psychologists, Rahe and Holmes, they investigated how life events, changes in our lives, how they can make us feel bad, fall ill, get sick. And they have studied thousands of people, and they investigated how their life changes affected their health. And what we have out of it? Now we know that no matter if the life changes are positive, like for example, getting something expensive, like a new dirt bike, or negative, like getting a bad grade at school. Both of these situations, they affect our mental condition. But if the change is big enough, profound enough, such situations can deteriorate our physical health. And this is exactly what we are going to do today. But before I start, I want you to make sure that you share this video with everyone important to you. Whether it's your child or a teenager that you know, perhaps this is your classmate or your neighbor or your friend. If you care about them, make sure that they watch this video so that they can check if their stress level is still safe for the health. All right? If you care about someone, make sure that they watch it. And now I need you to take a sheet of paper and something to write with. And I'm going to enumerate a number of situations which can make you stressed out in life. If one of the following situations or some of the following situations have happened to you in the last 2 years, in the last 24 months, make sure to write down the particular number of points every event will have assigned to it. All right? And at the end of this examination, you will have to sum up all of these numbers to check what chances you have of getting ill due to your level stress. Ready to start? Let's do it. Just to make sure, this Holmes and Rahe stress scale is only for non-adults. It's for children and for teenagers. Now, if you are an adult and if you would like to test yourself, then wait until the end of the video. There I will tell you what to do. And if you are a non-adult yourself, that's something for you. I hope you are ready. So here it goes. If within the last 2 years, the last 24 months, you have lost a parent, then give yourself 100 life change units, 100 points. If you have experienced an unplanned pregnancy or abortion, give yourself 100 points. If you got married, give yourself 95 points. If your parents have divorced, give yourself 90 points. If you have acquired a visible bodily deformity, give yourself 80 points. If you have become a father, give yourself 70 points. If one of your parents went to jail for over a year, give yourself 70 points. If your parents are in separation, give yourself 69 points. If one of your brothers or sisters has died, give yourself 68 points. If you have noticed that your peers stopped accepting you, give yourself 67 points. If your sister has experienced an unplanned pregnancy, give yourself 64 points. If within the last 2 years you have discovered that you were adopted, give yourself 63 points. If one of your parents remarried, give yourself 63 points. If one of your close friends has died, give yourself 63 points. If you have a visible congenital deformity, give yourself 62 points. If you have been through some serious illness which required hospitalization, give yourself 58 points. If you have failed a grade at school, give yourself 56 points. For not making an extracurricular activity, give yourself 55 points. If one of your parents has been to a hospital, give yourself 55 points. If your parent has been sentenced to jail for over 30 days, give yourself 53 points. If you have broken up with your boyfriend or a girlfriend, give yourself 53 points. Beginning to date is 51 points. If you have been suspended from school, give yourself 50 points. If you have been involved with drugs and alcohol, give yourself 50 points. If you have a new brother or a sister, give yourself 50 points. If you have noticed that within the last 2 years there has been an increase in arguments between your parents, give yourself 47 points. If one of your parents has lost their job, give yourself 46 points. If you have achieved something outstanding, give yourself 46 points. If the financial status of your parents has increased or decreased, give yourself 45 points. If you have been accepted at college you wanted, give yourself 43 points. If within the last 2 years you have been a senior in high school, give yourself 42 points. If within the last 24 months your brother or your sister has been hospitalized, give yourself 41 points. If you have noticed that one of your parents is spending less and less time at home, give yourself 38 points. If within the last 2 years your brother or your sister has left home, give yourself 37 points. If there is a new adult in your family, give yourself 34 points. If you have become a full-fledged member of a church, give yourself 31 points. If there has been a decrease in arguments between your parents, give yourself 27 points. If you have noticed a decrease in arguments with your parents, give yourself 26 points. If within the last 2 years your mother or your father has begun work, give yourself 26 points. And now it's time for you to add up all these points, to add all these life change units. And I want you to be very careful while doing it, because we need to get an exact number of points you got. If ever there was a situation that something happened to you twice, like for example, you've lost two brothers, not only one, then instead of giving yourself 68 points for that, you need to double this number. In other words, you need to give yourself 136 points if two of your brothers have died. And now I hope you're ready to see the truth. I hope you're ready to check if your stress level is likely to affect your health. If your result is below 150 points, it's good news for you. It means that you have only a slight risk of illness. It means that within the last 2 years, there haven't been too many big changes in your life. However, if your result is between 150 and 299, it means that you are at a moderate risk of an illness. It means that there have been some big changes in your life and that it could possibly affect your health. And what if your score is 300 or above? Well, it means that definitely the changes in your life and all the life events from the last 2 years, they've put you at a high risk of illness. It means that it's high time for you to learn how to handle your stress, how to manage stressful situations. And I'm sure that if you come often to my channel, you have found a lot of activities which can help you prevent stressful situations and lower the stress. So make sure to browse through all of these videos and I'm sure you will find something for you. Now, if you are an adult, you need to take a look at a different scale. It's also created by Holmes Rahe. You'll find it on my channel and just look around and you will find a link somewhere in here. So how was it? What's your result? Are you satisfied with your level of stress? Are you afraid that something can happen to you? Please make sure once again that you share this video with people who are important for you personally. Let's care for people in our lives and let's make sure that they are safe. Let me know in the comments if you are surprised with your result and I'll see you next time.